What's up, fam? I'm Milton from TeamFFLEX. You're on my show, Iron Palace. Every Tuesday, I get on this channel and we talk about training, specific goals, whatever. Today, we're diving into my top 5 squat variations for wellness type training. All right, as you guys know, we got a lot of people in wellness killing it on stage this year, and this division is new, it's growing, it's going to be more and more people are doing it, trying to figure out how to train for it. So I'm going to tell you today my top 5 squat variations that will definitely help you get further along in that wellness competition goal. Whether you're a beginner, you're already training, you've done some shows, you're trying to get a pro card, this video will help you, I'll tell you. All right, so let's dive right on in. First thing I want to make note for you is what the wellness division is. A lot of people still ask me this. It is not the same as bikini. I mean, now we had so many shows under our belt this year in 2020 that you can really look at the differences in pictures. I mean, I've been doing side-by-side posts all year long. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, head over there at TeamFFLEX. Check that out too, so you can see other exclusive content I do over there for you. But wellness and bikini are not the same division. They're very different, and wellness is also not like figure. They're very different there. And it might not look that different to the untrained eye, but obviously when you actually get into the meat and potatoes of training for it or actually competing in it, you're going to see very quickly it's actually quite a bit different. All right, so the main difference between bikini and wellness, in other words, would be the lower body development. The legs in wellness are really what make wellness wellness. The glutes in wellness are what make wellness wellness. These are the things that are very, very different from current today's bikini, and we're going to see this trend going over time, all right? So make sure you understand that this is its own division. The way you got to train for it is different. I know there's a lot of wellness, women competing in bikini, in other words, that keep messaging me and saying, hey, I'm doing my bikini program, and I'm just wondering, you think that's going to be good enough for wellness? Absolutely not. You need to be doing a wellness specific training program if you plan to compete in wellness, all right? So that's what you really got to understand from the first perspective, and I'm going to break down these 5 variations for you today of squats, because guess what, ladies out here, gents, if you're coaches or whoever watching, you got to understand that the development of the legs will never get any better for you than doing squats, okay? Seriously, this is something so lost in today's world where, you go to the gym and you see people doing leg extension after leg extension, leg curl after leg curl, not squatting heavy, not learning squats, not doing squats, not getting better at squats, just doing all this accessory work. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, you are never going to get wellness stage ready and do well unless you are doing squats, all right? And this is what really creates the leg development, because squats target literally every muscle in that lower body, all right, ladies? Literally every muscle. If you really spend a lot of time in the gym focusing on your squats and these variations I'm telling you today, you will notice a dramatic difference very quickly in your lower body development. Squats literally will hit your quads, they're going to hit your hamstrings, they're going to hit your glutes, and they're going to hit every damn other thing in the legs to give you that wellness type look, all right? So this is the meat and potatoes, the stuff, the fundamentals that you got to have if you're training for this division. You want to do well in wellness, then you need to be doing your squats. So today, like I said, we're about to kick into it. Right after this break, we're going into 5 squat variations, the top 5 squat variations for a wellness competitor. We'll be right back. 1, 2, 3! Variation, and it's kind of obvious, a back squat, all right? This is where you get a barbell on your damn back. Don't be doing a machine. Don't do any, leg presses. Don't do any of that stuff. A real back squat. And this is where you got the barbell on your back. You are squatting. You are going low. You are standing the fuck up. That's what it takes, all right? This is what you are doing. And you want to get proficient at this exercise. Back squats are the fundamental of all leg development. Literally, if you only did back squats and it was the only exercise exercise you did and you put adequate time, adequate effort, and got adequate weight on the bar, you would have far better leg development than doing 10,000 leg curls, doing 1,000,000 leg presses, whatever. I'm telling you, seriously, squats are the fundamental, and back squats have a unique advantage because they're going to make you feel stronger. In other words, you're going to be able to do more weight on a back squat than you would on any other kind of variation we're going to talk about today. All right, literally, back squats are the key to the wellness leg development from the start. You might say, all right, well, cool, I get it. I should be doing squats. I've already been doing squats. No, the way that you need to focus on this if you're training for wellness is you need to put ample effort and ample time under that barbell in the squat rack more than you ever have before. And we're talking about doing variances of reps, right? You want to do some high rep stuff, 15 reps, 12 reps, maybe more, right, for your warm-ups, and work your way down, progressively getting to 10s and 8s and 6s, maybe even down to some 4 or 5 reppers for that strength. Because let's remember this, ladies out here, gents, whatever, who is watching, the more weight you can put on the bar, the stronger you get. In other words, the more that you're going to be able to do hypertrophy type rep ranges like 8 to 12 with more weight, which means, guess what? Grow faster. What do we need in wellness? We need well-developed legs. Wellness means well-developed legs. Squats will give you well-developed legs every time. Squats, when done properly, to the right depth, in the right intensity, right sets, right reps, right, weight, you're going to get the quads to fire. You're going to start building the quads, which is very important in the front pose in wellness, very important in all poses in wellness, and you're going to start building the hamstrings, which is important in the back pose. The glutes, your glutes do work in squats, ladies and gentlemen, a lot. You're getting a lot of glute activation. Recent studies have shown maybe even better in a properly done squat than doing hip thrust or anything like that. So you don't want to ignore the squats, and that's important. Back squats, you'll be able to go heavier on, and that's really what you should use them for. Focus some effort and time into that. Now you might say, well, what's the next variation going to be? Another squat variation. How can we say anything less than a front squat? And a front squat, we're talking where you have the barbell in front of your body. Number of variations here on how to do this, hand placement, all that, doesn't really matter. What the difference here becomes is that you got the load on the anterior portion of your body. So you have the weight now on the front of your body. Automatically, I'll tell you what, you're not doing as heavy weight on your front squats as you do on back squats. And that's just the way it is. That's the way it works. But it's okay because it's actually what we want to do. When you do a front squat, I often suggest, and I'm going to in this video, doing some type of a heel elevation, right? Old school gyms and all that, you see a lot of guys, and I've trained in a lot of gyms where they have like a 2x4 on the floor or whatever. There's expensive squat shoes that do this for you. You can lay, 2 little 10-pound plates on the floor, put your heels on it, whatever. Doesn't matter. Heel elevation will change the game for what you can get out of your quads in a front squat, all right? So you got the load in front of your body, the weight in front of your body. We're already going to be distributing now more load on the front of the body, the quadriceps. And this is really important in wellness. You have to have well-developed quads. If we look at wellness now and the weight shaping out, you are literally seeing quads so in your face in the front pose, even in the back pose now. You're looking from the back and you can see the quad density and just this thick muscle. Well, that's going to come from a combination doing regular barbell back squats and then, of course, front squats, as well as these other variations we're going to get to. But the point is, you got to understand, this front squat is never going to be as heavy, and it's not supposed to. I suggest higher reps here. All right, do some higher reps, 12, 15 reps, many sets, 4 or 5 sets. Just like our back squats, we want to do a lot of time in the squat rack. And if you use this heel elevation, what actually happens is it pushes the load of your body even more into your quads. Takes out the glutes more, takes out the hamstrings more, which you might say, well, don't we want to hit those too? Yeah, we do, but we're going to focus on them more in other variations, not necessarily what we want to be doing in a front squat. A front squat we can dedicate mainly towards quad growth, which is really, really good for that development overall in this wellness division. All right, so there's 2 variations so far. These 2 squat variations you got to have in your training. Seriously, you absolutely want them. Don't be a mistake and leave these out. You want to have these in here, and I got 3 more for you that are going to change your look, get you wellness ready. We'll talk about it right after this break. variation for a wellness squat. Out of our top 5, I got a couple more coming, so don't leave. And make sure, if you haven't yet, by the way, you subscribe. If you're getting anything out of my channel, also please do me a favor. Just share it for me. Take a screenshot of this, put it on your story, tag at TeamFFLEX. I thank you so much. I do this all for free for you guys. I just want to help everybody get these results. You help me when you share it and let your friends, whoever, know what you're getting out of my channel, all right? So appreciate it. Let's talk now about our third variation. Third variation on this squat has to be absolutely the Bulgarian split squat. This is a exercise that can be done to really increase the density of the glute, like to another level. It's also going to work your legs in every part. You're going to get quad work, you're going to get hamstring work here for sure. But if you do split squats on the regular and you become proficient at this, it's going to change the game. So the split squat I'm talking about is, it could be with dumbbells, you're not going to get as heavy. You could do it with a barbell, a Smith machine, whatever. It's a split stance. You got one leg forward, one leg back on top of a bench, a box, something like that. And what you want to do here is really focus on your form. You want to be able to get your knee in the back down low enough to really engage the glute, come up, push through, stand tall, and you want to start building on the weight as you can go. This is an exercise we're going to work with mid-level weights. You're going to work with a lot of sets still. We're always talking 4 to 5 sets on everything for wellness legs, I'm telling you. And you want to work into a variety of reps where you're doing some high rep work, some lower rep work. This is really what's going to bring through that density. And again, this exercise targets the glutes to such a crazy degree. It's one that I've had in the wellness programs for a long time, and in pretty much any competitor type program for years and years. But the wellness program specifically, when we're talking about wellness, you need this glute density, this glute roundness. You need to have that to do well in this division. Bulgarian split squats are a game changer, ladies and gents. You will get so much out of it. I can only tell you, like, if you start really focusing on this exercise, which is often ignored, then you're going to get crazy results. So many people are like, you know, they don't like the exercise. They don't want to put the time into it. It's hard to balance. I've heard every excuse in the book. If you leave out Bulgarians, you're leaving out results. It could get you that wellness physique faster or better, all right? Let's talk about the next variation now. Moving into variation number 4, we got a couple more. Stay tuned here with me. We're talking about hack squats. Hack squats are one of the best exercise period you can do for the quads. And again, I'm telling you, every squat that we talk about, no matter what it is, all of these are better than doing damn leg extensions. Way better than sitting around doing a leg press. You're going to get so much out of doing these squat type exercises for your leg development. It will change your entire look, your entire physique very quickly if you do it properly. All right, so hack squat. I'm talking about a machine hack squat for the most part. Can also be done with a barbell. But a machine hack squat gives you a unique perspective and ability to actually be able to isolate different parts of your quads depending on your actual physique. So anytime you're training for wellness or any other division, what you need to always be considering is not doing just generic programming, right? You want to be doing customized programming, stuff that fits your physique, stuff that's going to make your physique better. You know, if you're just doing a generic workout, generic this, generic that, you're going to get very generic, potentially bad results that are not going to suit you. Even if you put a lot of time and effort in, if it doesn't fit right for your physique, it's not going to provide you the right results. So this exercise, hack squats, you're never going to do with a lot of weight. It's a different type exercise where, you know, you're laying back, you got your arms here on the hack squat machine. You can set your feet on the platform however you want to do it. You could do narrow, you could do wide, you can do further back, further forward. There's so many variations here that will target different parts of your legs. And this is where you can really start to bring in some of that fine tuning to a wellness look. Maybe your quads are, you know, they got a good amount of density up top, too shallow at the bottom. You can focus on that here a lot. And you can do different variations with all types of tweaks here on the hack squat machine. And that's why I say, you know what? It is something you should really consider having in your program if you're a wellness competitor, because it's going to change the game for the look that you can get, the look that you can bring when you start to fine tune it and really highlight different parts of your physique. All right, so we got one more variation we're going to talk about. One more thing we're going to talk about right after we get back from this break. If you made it this far and you didn't subscribe to my free trial, you must be crazy. If you want to see some wellness workouts in the actual zone, like actually doing them, instead of just hearing me talk to you about exercises, why don't you try a wellness workout? Go to my website right now, TeamFFLEX.com. I've been hitting you with these little promos a whole video. If you haven't done this yet, you're crazy. Go there now, put your email in the box, and I'll show you how to do these wellness workouts. I'll show you specific workouts for wellness to get you there wherever you want to go. That's what we do, TeamFFLEX.com. It's free. Go over there. All right, let's dive in though. We got our last one, our 5th exercise out of 5. The last one we're going to talk about, squat variation for wellness, has to be, absolutely must be, sissy squats. And sissy squats are such a long forgotten exercise, it almost blows my mind. It is very hard to see many people in the gym, period, doing most of the exercise we talked about today. Like seriously, to the degree it needs to be done, you hardly even see people doing squats right anymore. And the most basic variation is a squat, right? But when we talk about sissy squat, this is an exercise that is so important. You don't ever want to leave this out, yet so many people leave it out. And I always have it in one form or another in any type of wellness training program if the athlete physique requires it, because of how effective it is. It really is just one of the most effective. So a sissy squat, if you don't know, there's a number of ways to do it. Really old school way would be, on your toes, and you push your body forward and really load the front of your legs, anterior portion of your legs. You do this with no weight, by the way. You're really not going to use weight on a sissy squat most of the time. It's more of a great burnout, more of a great pump set. You can get some myofascial stretch out of this. You can do a lot of good stuff that's going to help your legs grow, but it's not an exercise you ever want to load a lot on. It's, going to really be more of a fine tuning. So that's one way you can do it. There's also, where you can actually just put your legs in, strap them in, and you can do it that way. That's a little bit more of a safer way to do it, in other words. But again, probably don't have that machine in your gym. A lot of places do not, and it's crazy because it's kind of one of the oldest school exercises that were ever done to create good sets of quads on bodybuilders back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and now we don't even hardly use it. It's like hard pressed to find those in a gym anyway. But basically, you can jimmy rig it up if you want to do that way, or you can do it the super old school way where you're just on your toes elevated, dropping in. Either way, not a lot of weight here. A lot of reps. This is a finisher exercise. You do this at the end of a leg day. It's a great squat variation. The sissy squat is king, queen, gonna get you that wellness look. Whatever you're trying to do to build that leg density, it will do it. It targets your quads to a degree that you cannot possibly imagine. Again, I'm gonna say it one more time for you. Every single exercise I talked about today is better than a leg extension for wellness legs. It's better than all these leg presses and all these fancy leg machines for building wellness legs. What it takes to build wellness legs, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching out there, you have to understand it comes from training the squats and variations of the squats and getting proficient, getting to the right depth, getting the right form, the right tension, the right weights, the right variable temp. We could have talked about so many other things aside from just exercises today. We didn't talk about, supersets or drop sets or tempos or pauses or anything you could bring in. I'm giving you 5 simple exercises that you're probably not doing most of, and you really need to be doing if you are trying to do wellness, you're trying to get that leg development, you want to get to that level. This is what it takes. I'm telling you straight up, ladies and gents. And there's so many other things I could show you. So I'm going to invite you one more time. If you got with me to the end of the video, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Subscribe, please. Share it. That helps me so much. Seriously, I can't thank you enough if you share it. And if there's anything more I can help you with, you want to see some real wellness workouts going down, you want me to show you these variations, these tempos, these things that I'm talking about, simply go to the website, TeamFFLEX.com, and you can subscribe to our free trial right there. And before you know it, you got a free week of wellness workouts, no obligation, no cards, no money, nothing. It's a give back. It's a help. I want to help you. I want to see you get on that wellness stage. And that's why I do everything I damn well do. All right? So go over there, check it out. TeamFFLEX.com. Subscribe, share. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Coach Rye is out.